Okay, so I'm working on this New Home Memorycraft 7500, beautiful sewing machine. This machine was made in 1993, and it's beginning to show its age because when I turn it on, the machine will initialize. The needle bar will move back and forth, and then when I turn the hand wheel, the feed dogs will also move. And what that does is that's called initializing. It's doing a systems check to make sure that the needle can move back and forth and that the feed dogs can move. So when I switch this machine on, the needle will move like that. That means all systems go there. And then the feed dogs, when I move it, they will also make a noise and go back and forth. So that's beautiful. Actually, the upper needle stepper motor, which is located up in the top of the machine, up in here, this is the stepper motor for the needle bar. That thing was really sticky. I could not hardly move it, but now it moves beautifully. So that's all systems go. I was pretty happy about that. The machine turned on and was working. So that was good, but one of the problems that I'm having here is that I'm seeing is, I don't know if you can see the screen. Let me get out of here. Now this is set for the first stitch, stitch number 1, or in this case, let's see how Janome does it. Let me look in the lid real quick. On this machine, it is stitch number 29, I guess. Huh, that's weird. Anyway, so right now it's set for straight stitch. Now normally what you'd want to do on any stitch is you want to change the width and the length. In the straight stitch you might want to do a different stitch length. Well, the stitch length is not working. Normally what happens is this display is not visible, but as soon as you touch a button, it will bring up the red numbers, which will usually, this one defaulted at 2.2 millimeters. Same goes with any of the other stitches. Right now this is stitch number, straight stitch, and then the Lock-O-Matic. If I go to zigzag, for instance, this stitch here, the first stitch in this menu, you see the zigzag stitch, but you can't change the width or the length. The speed controller works, so if I go slowly, that's top speed, full throttle, and then I can move the speed, the variable speed up. So this is going good. That's working, but these controls here are not working. Some other things that aren't working. The lock-off stitch you can use, so as you're sewing, you can press the button and the light comes on, and then it does the locking stitch and stops, just like that. The program check, normally when you press that on any stitch, it will tell you which foot to use and everything, and that is not working. The pattern elongator only works with, let me see here, any of these stitches. See, this bank of stitches, they have like a little border on the side and on the bottom. These 4 menus, when you press that, you can do the pattern elongator, and that is working. So it gives you pattern up to 5 times the length. When you go to, let's see, I got to get out of this pattern. I think I have to restart it in order to get out of that. So go ahead and initialize it. If I go to A, I can select which style letter it works, and that works good. This menu, all these menus work except 5. It does not work. Now all the stitches, I checked most of these stitches, the banks work except that one doesn't work, that one doesn't work, all the rest of these work, this one doesn't work, this one works, but scroll 1 and scroll 2 do not work. All the rest of them, I believe I checked all of them and they all work. So there are certain stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and store, I'm not sure if I'd have to go into the memory to see. Yeah, I'd have to go into the memory to see if one of those would work. So I can go into memory. Memory works. And then let's see if I can put another one in. But store does not work either. Clear program works. Pattern turnover works. Stitch up down, that's the needle up down. That works. So basically, some of the functions here are working. If it was just these, would be no big deal. These are not stitches that are normally used. But the stitch length and stitch width, that's really a problem. And I checked all the wiring, all of the connections into the circuit board. I checked. I can't show you with the camera here. It's just too hard to get in there. But I've checked everything, and everything looks like it's plugged in properly. I've tried running the service program, and it's just a bummer. But it can work. You know, you can use the straight stitch and you can use the zigzag. You just can't change the stitch width and stitch length. I'm going to try this because I didn't try it. Yeah, can't change anything there. I'm going to try to clean these contacts and see if that helps. That might be possible, but I'm not holding out any hope. So anyway, I just wanted to give an update on this machine. The boards have not been available for, gosh, probably over 25 years, 20 years at least, since these boards have been available. And I don't think that it would be something that could be repaired by really anybody. That's a real shot in the dark. So that's my update on the Memory Craft 7500.